Are we live?
Yes.
Excellent.
Where's
So the
the
reason I thought I had to leave Vince's stream last night because I thought Tommy was coming to work on the ceiling in the kitchen. Yeah,
right?
he never showed up. He just canceled and said may or may not be coming tonight. But
Oh, that's helpful.
luckily,
Well,
both my parents are home, so I don't have to watch Eli.
that's good. Hello,
But
Cameron.
again, Tommy is about as reliable as some metaphor that's unreliable. Hi, Cameron.
Uh, and a Atari Jaguar CD. They are always
Yes.
breaking down,
Yeah, that.
and
How are you doing today, Cameron?
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Mike. How you doing? How you doing? Check your brain cells out the door. Oh, yeah. What few I have left? I have alcohol somewhere. Maybe I will drink it today. Ah, not a bad idea.
I thought you were admitting it this time.
Nah.
Get whiskey.
No. I don't wanna.
Is it because you're
Rudy and
taking your health
Kay,
seriously now?
take health seriously. I hear your words, but they don't make any sense.
Hi, Kay, and hi, Rudy.
hello, Kay and Woody. Cancel Doug Walker again. I mean,
Yes.
Walker. What am I talking about?
Cancel the walkers.
Yes, cancel them both. They are both dinophobic pricks. They do not deserve careers. And
And cancel the dog walker too.
But dog
yeah,
walkers.
No, just a specific dog walker. One who got my idol Cecil kicked out of his sister's house.
What?
It's a long story. Basically, a huge injustice.
You okay?
For a great man, an inspiration to freeloaders everywhere. Uh, Kay's got another dino surprise for you, Raptor.
No.
ooh, I I cannot wait to see it.
Yes. Let's wait another couple minutes here. Anyone else comes in?
Did I send out my usual threat in Discord?
Yeah, do it. Readers today. I'm alive.
I canceled Walker as I already said these like a bunch of times, and I went to school earlier, and I got a piece of toast, and I like pain, and that's it.
Toast is good.
I have a crochet project close at hand to keep myself calm, so.
Yes. Hello, Mr. Shadier. How you doing?
Hello, Shadier.
Hey,
I love that everyone's just so like upbeat and happy and like friendly right now. It's going to go downhill so quickly because of this fucking
Yep.
story. How alive am I really? I'm alive now. It's just in like the 2 minutes when we start. That's when I'll be dead inside.
I
And see,
guess this means
yeah, yeah, and the sad thing is, like, that's not really like a crawling in my skin moment because we all know it's true with this book. What I was, you didn't miss anything. Well, what happened last week?
Theresa
Uh,
agreed to create a new land for
Oh yes, Teresa.
Israel, and said land happened to be like Stark David.
Teresa's going to create Israel 2.0.
oh yeah.
And the main concern of the prime minister was whether or not wars would come, because I guess Norman is anti-Semitic and thinks all Jews want is the money. Norman's opinions, not mine.
Maybe it's because I'm the
Obviously, those
only
can't.
one who drinks during these streams now, but as baffling and ridiculous as each chapter is, I will forget what happened an hour after we've closed the stream.
Yeah, and
Which really just goes to show how bad it is. You're so confused in the midst of it, but once the book is closed, or in my case, once I close my laptop or click off Kindle, it's all forgotten. It's just a blur.
and Shadier, I wish I could say that we were joking, but no, she's literally creating a new island in the Atlantic and having everyone in Israel move there. And her original plan was to have the island shaped like the Star of David.
Get it? Because Jewish.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make a joke.
Look,
I honestly just take that too. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always dead inside. Thank you, Mike.
So we get started.
I want to say no, but I have no other reason to delay. Here we go. Chapter 19. Prime Minister Scherzer had not tried to hide his visit to London to see me. The Israelis needed to know he was trying to do something, whether or not he got anything out of me. When he
Sounds a
returned
bit rude.
to sounds a bit like bum. I feel so uncomfortable making those jokes about Teresa. When he returned to Tel Aviv, he made a television broadcast to the nation. The usually stern him allowed himself to emote. My beloved Israelis, this is a blessed day. I talked with Mr. and Mrs. Hartley, but Mr. Hartley didn't do shit. Hoping
I thought he
against
was the one who did all the talking, though, remember? She didn't say shit.
was it?
Yeah. I remember
Oh
they made a
god.
point to, like, mention that Steve was doing all the talking to make it seem like he's not useless. But all it does
Oh,
is to just make her look more like a standoffish bitch.
that's right. Okay, so yeah, she didn't do that shit. Hoping against hope, hoping against all reason that Mrs. Hartley could help us. I am happy to announce that she and her husband were most helpful and sympathetic. No negotiation was necessary. No deals were made. The Hartleys walked into the meeting prepared to give us everything. I mean,
Keep reading, because oh my god.
those who challenge Teresa Hartley's power are fools. She could destroy the
Drink, my
world.
friends!
Don't push her too far. I am not making up a single word of that. Israelis, isn't it? Israelites? Am I just confused? I'm not sure.
I think it could be either.
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to see her.
I've heard them referred to as both.
Yeah, I'd like to see her make an island for Hinduism or Sikhism. Those would be some very complex land masses. Uh, I wish I had alcohol as we speak.
You have my sympathies, Rudy.
I cannot tell you what agreements were made at this time. I can just give you threats. Hello, the father. But let me assure you that the future of the Israelis is secure. We will at last have our long-awaited land of milk and honey. Nobody speaks like this. The young woman well deserves the title Empress Theresa.
Drink. I'm gonna take a
Oh,
long sip for that one.
yeah, it's like that picture of the little parakeet like taking a drink from the glass. It's like forget juice, big sip. Sounds like someone
Burp.
describing Thanos, not someone who's supposed to be the protagonist. It does.
Yeah.
As usual, the media tried to stir up controversy. You think? They said Scherzer was using doublespeak and saying there were no deals, but we made agreements. The media could go to hell. Oh, I mean, okay. Blair told reporters.
Theresa gave Shiza everything unconditionally. Shiza gave Theresa nothing. That's not a deal.
Did you call him Scheisser? Or, it
Yeah,
sounded like you.
I don't know how it's.
It sounded like you called him Shyster.
I don't know what you anymore, so I'm just gonna call him Shiza now.
What if I missed these
Well,
last
wait a
10
minute.
parts?
Didn't the reason doesn't she need that land for something? That's why they need to leave.
Something about. I can't remember.
Like they need to leave for something that she wants to do, something that's probably going to fuck up the world more.
Yeah, it's.
So, yeah, in return, she has free reign over that area to do something. I don't remember what,
I
but
thought they were gonna remove them just because like the Palestinians and how don't conflict on who owns the land or something.
sure.
Yeah,
I
something
don't
like
know.
that. And I think she's also trying to do something else with, like, gas from the sun. What have you missed from the last 10 parts? Literally, Teresa threatening anyone who dares oppose her, saying, no one can oppose me now, all should fear me.
Yeah, she's learned to curse people.
Yeah. I wish we were exaggerating, but we're not.
So she's found a way to curse people so that whenever they step into a motor vehicle, that motor vehicle can no longer work. And every time someone tries to point out, well, what if there's a medical emergency and they need to get to a hospital? She just rolls her eyes.
Yeah.
She's like,
Oh,
oh, sure, you go to the most extreme. Like, because it's a very valid possibility.
yeah. That is not a very rare occurrence. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish people had to go to the hospital less, but it is a common occurrence. Uh, oh, and she literally dubbed herself Empress Theresa. Mike, I
Not
am not
your
saying
Theresa.
that.
And like the Bhutan tries to excuse it, but like, oh no, that's what the public's calling you. Like, okay.
Yeah, she is basically Hitler, the father. And actually, last week the background image I used was the Eye of Sauron because she's like,
Honestly,
I can see anywhere in the world.
comparing her to Hitler at this point is too lenient.
Yeah,
It's like if we had Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin, Castro, Caligula, Nero. Am I forgetting anyone?
uh,
Let's just take those for now and just roll them all into one.
Mother
Deuce.
Mother Teresa, never trusted her.
And they
What was
still,
she?
it's still not as bad as this person.
What was she hiding under that hat?
Her sinful hair.
Puma.
She couldn't be a whore.
Uh, no, a tumor. It's like she pulls it off. And it's just like her brain has like grown down the back of her spine. She's been secretly taking over the world. You thought the altruism was just that, but it was really just to distract you all. I don't know where I'm going with this. So anyway, my Antarctica project took longer than expected. Again, it was the Arctic, not the Antarctic. Several HAL programs had to be written. Okay, so we're calling them programs instead of reflexes now. The first one I needed was also the simplest, and I initiated it 2 days after Steve's 1 week warning ran out, and there were several dozen planes stationed at the tip of South America, flying out one after the other to watch what I was doing. They saw the first task begin.
You think that Bhutan, when he was writing this, actually had maps that would
No,
allow him to plan this out? Or
no,
do you think he
absolutely
just
not.
He
wung
had
it?
He
he only
winged
had
it.
maps drawn in MS
Wung it,
Paint.
winged it, wanged it.
M- MS Paint. No, he had MS Paint maps created back in late '80s.
No, maybe he had Mega Paint. Like if we could go earlier than that, I think. I don't know when MS Paint came out.
Well, I like to
But the
think
point is,
he had like outdated world maps from like when he was a kid in the 50s or something.
we only just do two countries, and
Yeah,
this one's so one big chunk just the Soviet Union.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Teresa met with the leader of the USSR. What year is this? Okay. Along the southwestern corner of the rectangle where the line I had drawn began, the ice went straight up at 200 miles an hour. Why is that always the speed? This
Oh,
10
this
mile
is
wide
my favorite feature of this book. A long explanation shit when she's doing super powered bullshit.
This 10-mile wide curtain of ice went merrily down the line I'd drawn at 20 miles an hour.
Just skipping, singing a little tune.
Uh, First plane
Takes
to
the
reach
it took the form of just a jaunty little girl.
the first plane to reach this activity went down into the channel, as it was soon called, and noted that the bottom was a perfectly flat table of rock 1,000 feet below sea level. The channel was
Convenient.
already 60 miles long uh, when this information was passed to the world. It was clear I was ripping up a lot of rock along the ice to keep the channel bottom below sea level. There was a lot of excitement in the American station located at the exact South Pole, officially called the uh, Munson Scott South Pole Station. It had around 150 scientists. I mean, I'm sure some of them weren't
Don't
scientists.
care, Louisa. Get to the point, please.
I wonder what they had to do besides look at the 3 mile thick ice.
Really,
Fine, of
Bhutan, that question wasn't worth your time to research?
course not. The line I'd drawn passed less than 100 miles from the station. The rising ice current would be closest to them in 2 days. Okay. They planned to send out a dozen people on snowmobiles to get a close look. Now came one of those surprises that complicated my life.
Time to break out the world's smallest violin. If you listen closely, you might be able to hear it.
You would think that people would appreciate my efforts to do something about the OPEC situation. No, no, they wouldn't. You would think they would love what I was doing in Antarctica and appreciate everything I had done to save their lives. No, nope, all forgotten. A
You
U.S.
fuck up so many things with just your mere existence.
a U.S. senator who wanted to be a television celebrity made a speech saying that I was tearing up an area of land equal to New York City every 15 minutes, and I was the most dangerous person who had ever lived. He's
Yes,
right!
he is completely right.
Yes, accurate.
I just
I feel bad. I feel bad for sympathizing for a politician because he is white. You are the most dangerous person who ever lived.
Yeah.
You've done it, Bhutan. You've made a book that has made me sympathize to the plight of politicians. I cannot believe you've done that. Congratulations.
And I have to say that now Cameron's comparison is wrong because even Thanos admitted that he was dangerous, but he thought what he was doing was right. Like Teresa thinks what she's doing is right, but she's denying that her power is dangerous. Huh, Steve told me.
He's going to look like an idiot when you're done with Antarctica.
Uh-huh. What had changed? Nothing I had done until then damaged land. Objectively false.
Yeah, it's just gonna cause a bunch of earthquakes and tectonic movement that is gonna fuck everything up.
Oh, God. Now I was ripping up 3 square miles of land every minute. That scared people, rightfully so. What if I did this in their backyard?
Yeah, because nothing is stopping you.
Within hours, people demonstrated in the streets all over the world. And it wasn't just in big cities. There were demonstrations in small towns. Oh, yeah, us small town folk, we can do demonstrations too. We even got separate pairs of shoes for school and in church.
I mean,
Television,
if there was anything that was gonna start getting small towns demonstrating, it's something that's gonna change the entire world like this.
yeah.
Most of the time, they don't care. You go, small towns, rise up against Teresa.
Television showed mothers holding their kids and crying, complaining, "Has Teresa gone insane, destroying land like that?"
Yes.
How quickly people forgot my benevolence when fear took control. What benevolence?
Oh, you mean like when you kept cursing people because they weren't gonna sue you?
Literally cursing.
Blatant lies.
That and again, she wasn't cursing the people suing her. She was cursing the lawyers that they hired.
Kaylin quotes me. It just quoted me. You fuck up so many things with your mere existence. Oh, same, buddy, same. No, Kaylin.
No, you do not.
You do not fuck up the world.
You know what? Real talk, if this ends with Teresa turning against humanity and smashing the moon into the earth, it'll make this all worth it.
Shared universe theory. Did Teresa cause the planets to collide in Melancholia? That's a more obscure reference for you.
Just get fucking Saitama in here to punch her.
There, we've turned it around. We've gone back to weeb territory.
The next morning, Steve and I were in the living room with the Parker family. Notice that she says the living room, not the Parker living room anymore.
It's mine now. Like, really? You live there now.
I just imagine,
Are you at least paying them rent?
Just imagine like a nature documentary. When the Teresa has built her nest in the home, she now considers it hers. She's just like sitting there in a giant bird's nest. France really sucks.
Teresa,
Oh god, I hope she doesn't lay
Teresa,
eggs.
you know when you're gonna leave. You've been in that house for 5 years now.
Your mic's going a little bit, Raptor.
Anyway, do you know when you're leaving? You've been at our house for like 7 years now. You're basically scorned.
I want Parker to come in at one point and be like, so Teresa, we love having you here, but I noticed you've been with us for like half a year now, and you have not paid any rent. Like, 0 rent.
No, she's gonna be like the fucking cleaning lady from Family Guy. Teresa, do you think you could possibly go back home now? No, I stay here now.
You have not paid us any rent, Teresa, and I know you have over $1 million.
No,
And I know I know that's still finite. It is not an infinite amount, but you're not above bussing tables.
No, no, an Empress of Woe will curse you. Either there's like she about the laying eggs thing. What's the guy's name? James? Her not boyfriend?
Jack.
Jack. How do you like them eggs, Jack? Okay. Only a few people had access to that phone. God. Arthur came over and announced, President Stinson calls, Fuhrer Hartley. I took the phone.
Hello.
The president was in a nasty mood. You think?
Theresa, you have to stop everything until we find out what you're doing.
What? This was not the sweet lady she presented to the public.
She's being completely reasonable.
I kept silent for a while, trying to control my own temper. Oh God, what? Who are you going to kill? It wouldn't do to have the world empress blow her top.
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
That would really make the world nervous. I selected a calm response. What, do you have like a little pile of cards there?
I can't tell you what I'm doing. People will get in the way and get themselves killed. I would be blamed. Forget that.
She literally just said, forget that.
That's not good enough, Theresa. I want you to stop everything and come to Washington tomorrow. Oh, fuck you.
No, I am not making this up. This is the next line. Holy smokes, Batman.
Fuck you, Bhutan. 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 Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I am not going to pull a Cobe. I am not going to flip my chair. Rudy, bussing tables is in a restaurant. You pick up like after the diners have left. You clear the table, their plates and everything, and reset it. Holy smokes, Batman! Was she worked up? They had to be pelting her with crap over there. Kenzie, please, we need you to read now.
I can't, I'm mad.
She's got a Rolodex on hand for when
I am so upset.
Number 15. Fuck you, Bhutan. I'm trying so hard not to eat my iPad across the room. Don't do that, Mike, no. It's not worth it. Oh my god, we're fucking live.
I'm mad. Are you leading the crowd or following, Madam President? You know, it's so hard to sound as obnoxious as this character is when you're doing a Chill's voice.
Right?
It's not coming through well enough. I'm kind of regretting the choices I've made.
I think you're doing well for like what you're working with.
I appreciate it, but
God, this is just fucking.
Choices have been made. I might have to make a judicial decision when when we make our movie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that Chill. You know what? Chills didn't deserve this.
No.
I am sorry, Chills. I know you would never see this in 1,000 years, but I am sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah. I'm trying to calm 1,000 riots. Get on the next plane to Washington.
Sorry, I just had to put in the new hashtag.
Yes, Chills, please forgive me, even though you have no idea we're even doing this.
Test.
Well,
Test.
We have never, nor
Test.
will we ever be on Chills' radar.
Test.
Raptor,
Picking it up.
I hear this word you're saying, tests, but it sounds like you're starting to say a word and then stopping. Or like, what are you trying
I
to
kept
say?
thinking you were trying to say Tesla.
Are you trying to say testicles? Or are you trying to make a sex joke?
No, test.
I know.
No,
Are you testing your mic?
is just fucking up. Yes.
I know. I'm just joking
Yeah.
around.
You're much
I know.
clearer now.
Yeah.
Still, it was kind of frustrating though.
I know.
Anyway,
Happens.
we had a Batman weapon.
I hate that we did, but
No,
yes, we
I mean,
did.
speak up, fine. Theresa.
Raptor, stay with us.
Have it slowly evolve from chills to a slimy villain voice like a Mark Hamill Joker.
I could try.
Well, this was going nowhere.
Tell the people I'm waiting for an apology for the attempt on my life, but I haven't done anything to anybody, have I?
What attempt
What
on your
attempt
life?
on your life that the people have done?
I mean,
Like,
there was a beginning, but that was by the government, not by the people.
yeah.
So why
Like-
blame?
Because she's a horrible, evil bitch. Mike's comment, haha, Manny said testicles.
Testicle.
Ready, we have, what is it?
How much more do you have to suffer? We are 63% of the way through.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have, oh, I can math. 176 pages to go. I hung up on her and went back to sit by Steve.
That went well.
I said sarcastically.
Teresa's so funny. What do you want?
She told me to stop everything and go to Washington to explain what I was doing.
But you can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Why? Yeah, why not? Literally,
Because
why
again,
not?
if you explained, apparently people get in the way and get themselves killed, even though you could just say, no, so all the land masses I'm moving, y'all need to stay far clear away from it or you'll die. And then people will be like, okay, dope. And then if they don't, well, then that's just Darwinism at work.
Yeah. No, Cameron, we did not skip a chapter. We literally don't know what attempt on her life she's referring to. It might be the nuke. I like Kay's comment, though. You should apologize to the people for not dying.
Exactly. I explained that, but she didn't listen.
The phone rang again. Arthur answered and then walked up to Mr. Parker. The Prime Minister calls you, sir. Eyebrows went up all over the room. Parker went to the phone and listened to Blair for a couple minutes. He returned to us and sat down. The Prime Minister will order soldiers and anti-aircraft weapons moved up to the house.
Why?
What? Fucking what? I looked at Steve, who was equally amazed.
Going to with a book.
He said for some reason.
Don't. We've already read this one.
I asked,
Mr. Parker, would the president try to stop me?
There are many unfriendly countries. The Prime Minister's message is a two-edged sword, double-edged, intended to calm world fears. You'll be defended, but if you start to harm people, the guns could be turned on you.
Please do, please do, please do.
Steve jumped up and headed for the phone. Mr. Parker also jumped up and intercepted him. Wait, old chum. Whatever you say will be interpreted as Teresa's anger. Silence may speak loudest.
Oh my god, please just follow that philosophy for the rest of the book. Please.
Steve
Nice.
yielded and came back to my side.
We've
Is-
found my new favorite character, Mr. Parker.
Are they actually arming against a potential U.S. strike on the UK? Holy shit, I was joking about the CIA thing. This is worse. Early that evening, the soldiers started moving in. By dawn's early, by dawn's early light, are you
We've
trying to
suddenly turned
quote?
into a Renaissance era book.
They'd set up Gatling guns and small anti-aircraft missiles. Gatling guns! Gatling guns! In modern time,
I don't know what Gatling guns are.
they were, uh, they were Civil War era weapons. But like now we have a version called miniguns, which are much more effective.
Yeah, maybe in America, but remember, these are the British. Clearly not as sophisticated in weaponry as us Americans.
Yeah. Okay, like you've seen The Matrix, right?
Yeah.
The modern version of a Gatling gun is what Neo used when he was in the helicopter at the end.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a Gatling gun is like that, only it worked with a hand crank.
Which sounds inconvenient.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was the best thing at the time, like 200 rounds in a minute. So, uh, Gatling guns were mainly for the small drones everybody had now. Why? What were they going to
What?
do?
Because
What?
Bhutan really needed to sneak in that commentary on young people and their techno babble these days.
What drones? What was it established?
Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, Bhutan doesn't know the term minigun or autocannon. Exactly. Thank you, Mike. The missiles were for planes and helicopters.
Was born in the 18th century.
It's like, how does he
You'd
know
think
about
by
Gatling
now
guns? He was in the Civil War.
You'd think by now, Teresa, realizing that if it's true what she keeps saying and her life is just constantly in danger, you'd think Teresa, being the saintly angel that she is, would go to the Parker family and be like, I can't stay here anymore. I'm putting your family in danger. But no, she just keep kicking back and it's like, I live here now.
Yeah, yeah. You help defend me. Okay, wait. Have either of you seen The Last Samurai?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're not missing much, except for the Emperor of Japan, like who looks like a grown adult but has the voice of like a prepubescent boy.
That sounds
Well, he was
fucking
probably a
hilarious.
eunuch.
No, that was China. They did that.
I am racist.
I mean,
I swear I'm not.
Not as racist as me though.
Please, no one clip that. I'm not, I swear.
Prime Minister of the U.S. wants Theresa back. What do we do? Mobilize the Royal Navy. Time to party like it's 1812. Rule Britannia.
All you have to do is follow Teresa.
Did you just quote Waiting for the Worms? Or try to,
Yes,
Well,
I try to.
well done. That's my
Job.
boy. Mike!
Yes, thank you, Mike. No.
Manny!
Don't worry about being ninja in this case. The more the merrier.
I swear I'm
Racist.
not.
We know you're not. All this,
Rudy!
all this was shown on television. It encouraged people to continue their demonstrations. They felt they were fighting me. Good. 2 days had gone by,
Fucking time.
and the American station scientists were waiting next to the line of the coming channel. Coming channel sounds a bit rude. Sounds a bit like bum. They had to stay a few miles away because a lot of ice was falling. Raptor's right. I said bum. Hashtag can't see us over Marty.
Mike, I will break your kneecaps.
Bum.
The rising ice and rock curtain passed by. It was a thrilling scene. Yeah, I can tell from how you've written this. It's really got me excited.
Thank you for letting us know how to feel, Bhutan.
The scientists had a ground view and captured the ground level noise. Bug-eyed people around the world watched in stony silence. Oh, so Pro-Jared's lover, bug-eyed goblin person.
These texts, just these texts now.
Hello.
I wouldn't necessarily call Holly bug-eyed.
What?
Jared himself was more bug-eyed than...
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the girl he cheated with.
Yeah, wasn't her name Holly?
I don't know.
Yeah, Russ from Game Grump's ex-wife.
I just remember that was one of Code's running jokes. Like, when you sleep with some bug-eyed goblin creature.
I mean, she wasn't as pretty compared to his wife, but like that's not what bug-eyed goblin creature's not exactly what I'd call her.
I mean, I don't care. What bothered me was the picture that people found of her, like, with her hand in a jar of mayonnaise.
I was more offended by seeing the shit of Jared that came out of that bullshit.
Oh, you mean like Sailor Mercury?
Oh God. Yeah, that.
What? Okay, I assume you're talking your older sister, the Vert.
Bug-eyed giblin person.
Gibbon. Okay. What the fuck is happening? A little after midnight on the third day.
And they were watching the Arctic Waken.
A little after midnight on the third day, the moon, the smiling evil moon, started crashing down. I hadn't managed to summon all four giants yet. I'm sorry, I should not compare this to Majora's Mask.
Yeah, how dare you?
The channel reached the Ross ice shelf. Water from underneath the ice shelf rushed in at 100 miles an hour. You're measuring the water speed now? Your younger sister's not that bad.
Okay, I need to bring up another nitpick again. Just a nitpick involving whether or not Theresa destroyed Winter or some shit. Like I on the Empress Theresa.
Rudy, yes.
And
Didn't his
say that she made sure. Okay. Okay, my point is that Theresa got rid of Winter and made sure it was summer all year round. So when that affect the Arctic,
Yes, it
when
would.
all the ice melt, then why is ice still here?
I don't know if it would just make it all melt, but it would definitely have an effect.
just returning to the pro Jared topic one last time to answer Rudy's question. I don't remember most of it because it started getting real complicated towards the end, Rudy. Let's just say I think we can just safely say everyone in that situation sucked at some point.
Yes.
Figuratively, not well, and literally, but that's besides the point.
But yeah, I'm going to say Jared's the worst offender though, just because of the Sailor Mercury pictures.
Father, can we not discuss pro Jared and the wholesome Empress Theresa stream?
Water was from 1,000 feet below sea level, and the 400 pounds per square inch pressure made the water move very fast. Nobody cares about these measurements. I needed a lot of water coming in quickly. Some ice had fallen into the channel. The violence of
Imagine
rushing
that.
water broke the ice down into a slurry. I had worried about an ice jam, but it didn't happen. Of course,
Convenient.
why would we? Let's forget this ice jam
Conflict? What's that?
and go. This is our chance. We can do our dance at the space jam.
Here's a little question, audience. What do you think is gonna happen next?
We
Do you
could.
think A, things are gonna go wrong for Theresa and the world's just gonna hate her more? Or B, things are just gonna conveniently all go her way and the whole world's gonna love her again until they don't again for some bullshit reason?
Or C, Mandy's gonna get fed up with this, end the stream, and just go watch Space Jam.
The new one?
No, Because I'd rather be watching Space Jam right now. We're like amateur Jared. Ha! Hello, Bagel. How are you doing? Hey, here's K. Ice Jam? Is that like Space Jam?
Good night, Rudy.
Night, Rudy. Okay, after a few minutes to make sure the water didn't stop rushing.
What did I miss?
Literally nothing. Just me saying that I want to end the stream and go watch Space Jam.
Oh yeah. I'm on Slam, and welcome to Slam.
Yes.
Man, if you wanna jam.
That song's gonna be fucking stuck in my head for the rest of the night.
That song slaps.
It's at the Space Jam. All right. No, I'm not going to sing.
We're
I
gonna
don't want to get struck.
We're gonna get struck.
After we, I changed a parameter on the HAL program to stop tearing up more ice and rock, but keep on pushing the material already raised to beyond the Earth's gravitational influence. You mean space? Steve called the BBC to tell them to watch the western edge of the rectangle in the morning at 9 o'clock London time. Then we went to bed. We woke up at 7 to get ready for the next phase of my Antarctica Spectacular.
Shut up.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it. The week's warning about the destruction in Antarctica ran a few days late because of the complicated HAL programs I needed to write first. It was time.
Oh, good. We're back to more HAL program bullshit.
Vince says, fuck dinosaurs. Hello, Vince. Glad you can join us.
Welcome.
Vince, don't be a dinophobe. Don't be like that degenerate Rob Walker. He just have a dino face.
Oh, he just compared you to a walker boy. To be fair, though, Raptor, comparing him to one of the walkers is not going to endear him more to dinosaurs.
Yeah. It was time to initiate 3 programs at once. Long-range propeller-driven airplanes, right, were slowly cruising around Antarctica outside the rectangle indicated on the map we sent to Blair. What I had done with the channel to the Ross Ice Shelf was nothing. The pilots were not prepared for what happened next. Along the western edge of the rectangle, a curtain of ice flew straight up in the air. The ice went up at my standard, but so huge was the rectangle, the ice appeared to rise in a barely perceptible motion. Go fuck yourself. The western edge of the rectangle was 500 miles long. This operation was similar to my channel digging, but it was 50 times wider. A plane pilot connected to a television network said, "This is 10,000 times larger than what she's doing at the North Pole. Forget the pictures. You have to be here to understand the size of this thing." Even Steve and I, watching television in England, had underestimated the impression this sight would have made. It made your spine tingle. One plane got sight of another. Got sight of The only Walker I relate to is Johnny Walker, boy. Oh, I feel ill. I relate to Walker, Texas Ranger.
Come on. You know what would make this easier, Manny? If you had booze.
Maybe if I had a donation to get more booze.
Y'all heard him. You're just gonna get more figures, aren't you?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm. Zooming away.
Made the second plane disappear into an insignificant dot compared to the ice. Out of sentence. Now people can get an idea of the size of this thing. That's what she said. couple of minutes, the ice was higher than the highest plane, and then it became visually clear. That's what that means. It was going to go out. It was going out to space, just like the material from the channel. I was going to empty the rectangle of ice. What? Why is she saying this like it's a revelation? Like, what wasn't that the point? The ice current moved east. Planes moved in for a closer look. The current had moved over a few miles, leaving a hole in the 2 mile thick ice cover. Well, hopefully, it's going east. Hopefully, Toho Fuhai Asia will stop it. I wish I was watching G Gundam right now. A 2 mile high sheer wall of ice could not stand under its own weight. No shit. And the ice walls were collapsing section by section in spectacular crashes on the ground far below. Having Hal hold up all that ice in the air within the Earth's gravity field would be too dangerous. As soon as the ice reached a height of 20 miles, I had Hal start accelerating it towards escape velocity. We would never see it again. Okay, you gotta realize what a fucking difference in speed that is. As she said, my standard 200 miles an hour. Escape velocity is 25,000 miles an hour.
Can someone explain what the fuck getting ice has to do with any of that oil bullshit she was talking about before?
Well,
Nothing.
realistically, the answer, yeah.
It was wasting our time.
Well, shit, Teresa's thrown in space. We definitely have no, or satellites or international space station.
Yeah.
Why are the cell phones all shutting down? Because you destroyed the satellites for them. The street demonstrations had just started organizing in Europe when the ice flew away. They quickly dissipated, and everybody rushed home to watch television. In a while, the ice current had moved a few miles further away, and more planes felt safe to fly down inside the ice hole. Why would they want to land inside it? Flying close, but at a safe distance from the collapsing ice walls, was a thrill for the pilots who tended to be daredevils. No, no. Most pilots are just trying to be responsible. They could see that the floor of the de-ice space was flat and at sea level. Again, it was clear I was tearing up rock along with the ice. An hour went by, and only 10 miles of the 1,500-mile-long rectangular area had been cleaned out of ice. President Stinson came on live television at 4 a.m. Washington time to address the nation. Yes, that's right. She came on at 4 a.m. Well, I mean, when you have like a fucking disaster going on like this, they don't care about the time.
What's the point here? Why did you think that's like a gotcha?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a gotcha for a simple mind like hers.
These next two paragraphs make me unreasonably angry.
You have fun, I'm kicking back.
I only have to read the first one.
Okay.
I'll be brief. This is not the time to talk about Theresa. We don't want to distract her. We want her to fully concentrate on whatever she's doing. Take it away.
That's all she said. She was really saying, shut the hell up about Theresa. We don't want to get her upset. Let her forget about us.
Do you want to be talked about constantly or not, Theresa? Fucking pick one.
Do not terraform the Antarctic at 4 a.m. Gone wrong. President came on. This was evidently going to take 6 days at the rate it was going, and after 3 hours, the networks reduced the image to a corner of the television screen as they moved to other subjects. What other subjects are there at this point?
A J station.
Breaking news. Look at this duck. Look at this happy little duck. Someone told him he's cute.
I wish.
Breaking,
God, that was a mouse.
breaking news.
Yes.
Breaking news. Local Swiss terrier just had steak. Look at him eating that steak. Isn't he
Aw.
Breaking news. Look at this
so
capybara.
cute
He
eating
had
the
an
steak?
orange on
It is
his head like a
absolutely
hat.
adorable. Look at this crocodile doing his taxes. He's a very responsible crocodile. Oh, and then Teresa's doing the thing, guys. Who cares? Look at this crocodile doing his taxes.
In breaking news, Switzerland is rejecting Theresa as its ruler in favor of a dog named Paco.
Yes.
Prime Minister Rudy stated that Teresa is too peculiar for their liking,
Yes. 3
and
balls of
thus kept
light
placing
flew
request
into
to
the air
Paco, local celebrity, star, and mega chat.
and formed a delta formation. We're being told that there are 3 canines by the names of Paco, Eli, and George. They are here to
Who's
stop
George?
Teresa from the Lost Crown. The dog that the
Yeah, I
it looks
remember
like the
George.
old woman was watering him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, George.
He once was wet, but now is
Poor
dry.
George. He's always wet.
I hope Gemma can start that stream again soon. I'm supposed to go on
Yeah.
and sing my songs.
Yes.
Breaking news: Teresa sucks. Breaking news: we're all gonna die. All right. Planes had noticed that the ground was being denuded of ice cover was sinking. The rock was going down.
Where is it going?
Exclaimed President Stinson to some of the people in the White House. And honestly, I know we always make a South Park reference, but Kenzie, when you said that line, you sounded so much like the mayor.
I
Uh,
try.
at least 2 operations were going on at once. I was stripping off the ice and rock down to sea level, and at the same time lowering the rock underneath. What was I doing? Everybody wanted to know. Why is that a question? Why was the rock in the rectangle going down? Where was it going? We and the Parkers were having a good time watching all this on television.
You
Chattering of
could have
the
just said we. We would have gotten it.
yeah, chattering of the anchors, helplessly speculating on my intentions, were funny. They didn't have a clue. Projection much. Only Prime Ministers Blair and Schurzer knew parts of the plan. Each of these gentlemen, sitting in his capital city, must have enjoyed the show, or were terrified, whatever. Meanwhile, lest we forget, why does it say that? Water in the channel to the Ross ice shelf had been rushing down the channel for 13 hours. It reached the rectangle, and water was seen falling 100 feet into it. It was like a 10-mile wide waterfall. Breaking news: if Princess Diana were here, Teresa would be defeated already. Okay, so we do have another opportunity for Matt. Only Princess Diana.
No, we can't have. We had to eliminate his character. Remember, this is shifted
No,
from a comedy to a cosmic horror.
I can never
He can still be
eliminate
like a.
Matt.
I mean,
We'll
he can
give
still
him a
be.
part. We just can't have him as Diana guy anymore. We
Well,
have
it
to
can't.
eliminate Diana guy.
Well, it can still be a comedy, just a very, very dark comedy, like the Black. So
I don't think that fits the tone anymore. After
black
I mean, this
comedies.
bitch is just pure evil.
The K9 trio and Matt Slayer of Maui when it took down Teresa.
I mean,
Were you reading that or?
No,
Oh, that was you.
yeah, me and the Parkers having a discussion about rent. By bedtime, the rectangle's rock had descended over 300 feet. We called it a night. In the morning, the rectangle had dropped 1,700 feet. Rock and ice were visibly collapsing along the western half of the rectangle, while the eastern half, still waiting for the uprising ice curtain, was sinking still, covered with the ice that had been there for eons. Wait, what?
If we try to make sense of it, well, I'll get a headache. Let's just move on.
No, but the next page I have, it's just starting in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, really? Do you want me to read? Where does it start?
I just after I read the ice that had been there for eons.
Uh huh.
And on the next page, it just starts to the Ross ice shelf.
Do you want me to read until I get to that?
Yes, please.
Just stop me when.
Oh no,
Um.
wait. It just repeated like the last couple of paragraphs on this page. Okay,
Oh.
I see this. The news anchors had figured out that I had to be moving water into the rectangle to maintain world ocean levels. There could be no other reason, especially as no changes in ocean levels had yet been detected. Not even an inch. From this and the fact that the rectangle's rock was disappearing into the earth, it necessarily followed that I was doing something that would increase the ocean's volume, if not for the spillway moving water to the rectangle. Therefore, I had to be moving rock deep below the Antarctic continent out to the ocean. Excuse me. They were right. That's what I was doing. On the third day, it was announced that the Atlantic Ocean had risen by 4 feet. Why? Uh, the Mike Bunch offers their support in neutralizing Teresa. The father offers his support in straight up ganking that bitch. But that'd be like Control C, Control V. Longer book is better book.
Yeah, that's weird that you ran into that in your actual physical copy.
I don't have a physical copy.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I use the Amazon Kindle.
Oh. Raptor's the only one with a copy.
Yeah.
Eh, I am not proud of that fact.
He keeps
Very
it
not
like covered in plastic
proud.
and wears a hazmat suit when he reads it. This made me worry. Thick ice and rock removal was happening faster than the inrushing channel water could replace it. This showed in the channel's waterfall. It was 800 feet high. A little thought provided the explanation. The bottom of the channel was 1,000 feet below sea level, but the water in the rectangle was higher than that. Therefore, the channel's water supply wasn't operating at 100% efficiency. Who cares? A little while later, and some really surprising news reassured me. Scientists said the Pacific Ocean had dropped a foot. Oh, well, was it in a boot? Dad joke. Raptor has a physical copy now in human skin. Yeah, the book just
Get it?
starts.
Evil Dead joke.
Yeah, the book just starts screaming at random points. Raptor's like, yeah, so I have the
I'm just
only.
annoyed with it, like, again.
Raptor's like, yeah, I have the only version of the book made from human skin. It does that sometimes.
Not gonna lie, human skin, on human skin, it would have been more aesthetically pleasing than the cover.
And did he say the correct words when removing that tome from the pedestal? Yes, yes. Um, this was because the channels of the Ross Ice Shelf was draining water from the Pacific side of Antarctica. As the day dragged on, the Atlantic froze to 5 feet above normal and stopped there. Oh, sorry. Such riveting storytelling here. Coastlines could handle that if there were no hurricanes.
No hurricanes ever.
Mm-hmm. President Stinson's not so subtle hint took effect. The street demonstrations stopped. Newscasters were careful what they said. careful about what they said. See, it's less weird for Raptor to know that because he's a dinosaur. The world was nervous. Nobody wanted to breathe a word against me for fear I would run amok. You mean like you're doing? Raptor's
I've
suffering
stopped
immensely.
playing the drinking game. I just keep drinking every time I'm annoyed.
Fair. Still so much.
Heck, Shadia. I thought you were a dino ally.
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
I mean, we've only been streaming for a little over an hour. It feels like so much longer.
It does. Tester. Okay. The world was nervous. Fear I would run amok. By noon of the fourth day, it became clear where the unseen moving rock was going. Your bum. The surface of the ocean between Antarctica and Africa was flowing outward in all directions. Something was rising.
That's what she said.
Zulu?
Doctor Two.
Alright.
Penis?
Someone get
Godzilla.
Winifred Sanderson to smack Kay in the stomach right now.
What's wrong with you?
Because she's saying, haha, amok, 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 amok.
What? It's referencing a good movie.
Yeah, and then Winifred smacks Sarah in the stomach to get her to stop.
Did you say Winifred Stinson?
I might have. Oh
It's
God, what is this
Sanders.
doing to me?
It's Sanderson.
Yeah. God damn it. Why y'all bigoted against Shady or kind tendency?
I don't get it. Oh, were you
What's
reading
dino
his?
kind? Checkmate.
Were you reading his
Like the-
comment? And I interrupted. I'm sorry.
Raptor is suffering immense racial discrimination deserves it. Oh, penis? Can't you call it?
Oh no, I said that one.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are trying to suggest cool things rising, but that's not how I interpreted that comment.
Uh,
I am tipsy.
a day later, the outline of this flowing water could be made out. It exactly mirrored the Antarctic rectangle.
Yep.
So all the mysteries were solved. I was moving incredible amounts of rock from under Antarctica northward and raising the ocean floor. When I told President Stinson people would get in the way and get themselves killed was now obvious.
No.
The world had known I was going to raise the ocean floor between Africa and Antarctica. Those fool people would have rushed to the area for various reasons. No, they wouldn't.
Yeah,
They
I'm
would
pretty
avoid
sure.
it.
Really? The only people who would do that are TikTokers and stupid Gen Z YouTubers.
Yeah. Or government boats would go out there and see what the fuck is going on.
And even they would know to steer clear of
Yeah.
that the dangerous shit.
Oh my god, this bitch.
And again, you seem to be pretty apathetic to most people. So what would you care if some Darwinism came into play?
Exactly.
Who says unicorn?
No, we need Unicron to stop her. Boats would be crushed against each other or overturned by the outrushing water. That was too late to go in. The outrushing water would push them away. By the sixth day, the mirroring rectangle of ocean floor finally broke through the surface. Water flowing out of the way had washed away most of the ocean floor mud, leaving some small mounds of rock exposed. We had not expected this washing away of the ocean floor mud, but no matter. The effect would be helpful when I raised the Jewish island. It sounds so wrong. I know I make a lot of race jokes, but the Jewish island just sounds so wrong.
You saying Bhutan racist?
Whoa! No way!
That is a revelation to me, sir.
Norman Bhutan, a racist.
Will fuck me
Shut-
sideways.
Okay, new movie idea. A racist Bhutan?
No.
I'm waiting for Raptor to say it.
Raptor, don't.
what?
A talking
what?
cat?
Oh, a talking cat? It's a
Yes.
talking cat. It's a cat that can speak the human language. That's so funny, you guys. Oh my god. Talking cat.
There's only one word that comes to mind with each act of terraforming Theresa performs. The word is why. Mike, why is
And
the
Kay
only word that comes
responds
to
with a
mind?
very fair point.
It's right
Mike,
now.
why is the only word that comes to mind concerning this whole book?
Can't argue with that.
I love your guys' banter sometimes that goes on in the chat.
Yes,
It's what keeps us going.
it is, honestly. The complete outline of the new Antarctic Ocean island had broken through the surface and reached 100 feet above the sea. I stopped everything except for pushing out the ice and rock already stripped off Antarctica farther and farther out to space. I mean, you don't have to keep pushing once it's in space. It will just keep going until it hits something. Forever. We went to bed. Okay, all right, Kate, you'll understand what I'm saying. I went to bed. We turned in for the night. Is this a character that Sammy's playing in a role playing game? You see, my friend Sammy, the one time we played a Star Wars role play, and she decided to be on a completely different planet from everyone else, a planet that we had no reason to visit. So she just kept expecting like something to happen that we would all get together, but we were
Mike,
like,
no.
we were like, no. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go sleep then. That's all her character did.
I'm
Teresa,
sorry I interrupted, but
Teresa be
Mike's
like,
comment.
let's take all the Jews and put them somewhere. You know, somewhere where they can be together, away from other people. Concentrate. Hopefully, Anne Frank will follow my doctrine. Empress Theresa 2013.
No, she wouldn't have said hopefully, Raptor. This cocky bitch is arrogant enough to have been like, Anne Frank would have totally endorsed me.
Yeah. Or else.
Yeah, like Justin Bieber. Like, remember when he did that?
Yeah.
Said it would have been a believer.
Yep.
Good times 2013 was.
We went to bed. Prime Minister Blair called Edmund Parker to ask if he could visit in the morning. And of course, Parker said yes.
Yes, of course, my house is just nothing but for government meetings at this point.
Is that not what she's doing? Michael! All right,
What?
Kay, you're starting to sound like a character from The Office yelling at Steve Carell. Oh, the soldiers and their weapons were withdrawn from the Parker house during the night. Nobody apologized to me. Why would they? Blair arrived
You
at 10.
holier than thou bitch.
Arthur told us the PM was visiting. We took the hint and went downstairs. Blair and Edmund Parker were chatting in the living room as we entered. We exchanged the usual pleasantries. This time, Steve opened the discussion. Oh, he's doing it for you again! Lazy ass.
Theresa has turned off the part of how the help program that tore up the land. When the ice and water escapes Earth's gravity, she'll dismantle the program.
Okay, who's this?
I'm pretty sure
I
it's Blair.
Yeah, probably.
But doesn't How now have a reflex to destroy land? No. The program is made of hundreds of reflexes she's given to Hal. But the program isn't a reflex.
Oh
How
god, so now it's
convenient.
both reflexes and programs. God damn it.
Okay, guys, I know it's still kind of bittersweet, but like at least let's pat ourselves on the back here. We made it to page 300.
Spartans!
That's pretty impressive.
Yay! Well, this gives me more hope we can finish, gamers. Let's go.
Well, Father, I just noticed the drinking game. You trying to kill us all via alcohol poisoning. Father, the only two people consistently doing this drinking game are me and Mike.
And Mike says, but more importantly, are the chipmunks okay? Spartans, tonight we dine in hell. Tomorrow, I'm thinking Arby's.
Ugh.
I didn't make up the joke.
Arby.
I know, I just don't. That's just my initial response when I hear Arby's.
In commemoration of 300, can we kick Theresa down a well? Gladly.
Yes.
Mike, I hate to rain on this parade here, but we can't. Teresa's not real.
These are fictional characters.
We can just get the book down a well.
We can kick who?
The book.
The book.
Yeah.
We'll get Gemma to do it, just like she kicked Kid Link down into the water, and then asked if it was Lucasade. Kenzie, I'm not even drinking this time, and I'm more angry at the book than usual. Damn, Mike. And
That's a considerable.
You're not drinking this time? What the fuck, Mike? Okay, fine then, Father. The only one who drinks during these whole streams consistently is me.
I don't know why, but the way you said me just reminded me of Hugo Weaving in the second Matrix movie. Me too.
Because I have a very mannish voice.
That's just the way you said it.
I know, I'm joking.
And I hated that movie, but I love Hugo Weaving. So
I don't think I actually saw any of the Matrix sequels.
you should keep it that way.
I saw parts of the Animatrix, though. That was cool.
Yeah, the Animatrix.
But I guess that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Cares.
Thank you, Cameron.
Raptor,
Aw.
this is all you, buddy.
Alright, I'm sorry you're having a bad week at work, Mike.
Yeah, man, sorry to hear that.
Oop.
I think we left off at that's a considerable
But
relief.
I guess here goes. Yes. Here's good news. Theresa has been working on bringing a large amount of carbon to Earth. We decided that it's not needed for electrical power. We decided that the new island will give us the energy we need. Theresa changed the program. The carbon she's isolating is close to the sun's heavy gravity, and it's around 8,000 degrees. The gravity there is 22 times what we feel on Earth. It occurred to us if Theresa stretched out this mass of carbon to a cylinder 1,000 miles high, the pressure at the bottom will be way over 1,000,000 pounds per square inch. The carbon will turn the diamond. If it works, Theresa will throw a ring of diamonds in the orbit and give the Israelites 24-hour day.
Why would the Israelis want 24-hour daylight?
I have no idea.
Daylight.
And also, the part where you said it would be way over. It would be over 9,000.
Also, turning all that carbon into diamond, so it looks like she's gonna fuck up the diamond industry, too.
gonna fuck up all the industries now.
Okay, to be fair, the
He's gonna fuck
dime
up iron industry, the tin industry.
the diamond industry might not be totally a bad thing considering how blood diamonds come to be.
I just want to find blood diamonds.
I want to glare at you, but you can't see it.
No matter how many
Shut up!
how many child soldiers I raise, it does not complete me.
Read!
I was surprised that Blair didn't get very excited at this news. He seemed not to notice. Maybe he didn't believe Steve or understand him. I added,
I'll dump a pile of diamonds in England. You'll all go into the diamond cutting business. I can see it now. We'll walk into McDonald's and teenage girls are wearing diamond necklaces and tiaras with real diamonds. When was the last time you...
Woman child.
I don't think most
You are.
teenage girls would even dress up in fake diamonds, necklaces, and tiaras going to McDonald's.
yeah.
I
Honestly,
just picture new Norma Bouton typing this again. This is how girls work.
I had to look like, wait, did she actually say the part about McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's a woman child, Manny. I hate her so much.
Well, as we all know, McDonald's is the height of sophisticated dining. Isn't that right, Chris Chan?
I like McDonald's.
Like that so much.
I haven't had McDonald's in over a month now.
Well, that's good.
It's alright, I guess. I mean,
I kind of miss
it's
it.
not good food.
I miss their
But
fries.
Okay,
yeah,
fries.
fries are kind of good. But it's good,
Like, I'll die
Compliment,
on this hill. I always thought McDonald's had the best fries in fast food. That hill I can safely die on.
I did
Me
until I had Chick-fil-A fries.
Chick-fil-A fries are different because, like, it's a mixed bag because they're not always salted. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
So
I do like waffle fries, but they gotta be salty.
Oh my god. Debate. Who understands women better, Bhutan or Chris?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say Bhutan, and I'll tell you why. Because even as bullshit as this book is, we've never really seen him, like, in a normal setting where, like, he could actually just share how he feels. So,
Yeah,
as far as we know, he might still actually view women as people.
that's true.
Whereas we know for a fact how Chris thinks.
Even though she is. It's still so hard for me to say that.
Look, I think we could have a whole different stream discussing Chris and trans sexualism or however.
Sexuality. Please don't say
Whatever.
sexual. So that's all.
I'm drinking. But we could have a whole debate on that because I really don't for a fact think that Chris is genuinely a trans woman.
Yeah.
Again, this is something that I think was put into his head by the idea guys. And it's something he's just kind of rolling with because he just always kind of liked playing around in women's clothes anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still usually, if I can remember, to say she when referring to her, but just out of respect, because I'm not going to be that person who thinks that I can pick and choose who is a real transgendered person, but
Yeah.
I legitimately just think that it's the result of mostly manipulation.
Could be, yeah. Okay, wait. McDonald's. Okay, they have the best chips. Kenzie, you didn't go to McDonald's dripping in royal jewels? What? But that's what girls do, according to this jagoff.
I mean, I haven't before, but now that I have my own cult, apparently, thank you, Toby, it will probably start.
Um, well, you don't get dressed up for McDonald's. Have I been doing it wrong? Cameron knows. You go full tux to McDonald's, right? And full evening wear, jewels, heels, opera gloves, the whole bit.
Yes.
Heels, Kay? I thought you tanked mostly. Ah, I get it.
Where the fuck did we leave off?
Apparently, he understood.
Oh, Blair's eyes were wide open. Then he became emotional and had to clear his throat. Apparently, he'd finally understood what Steve said. Oh, yeah, because that took.
How you get a politician to understand anything? Money.
Yeah.
Thank you. You have no idea what this means to Israel and England.
Who says this line?
Steve, I guess.
You could take it, sure.
Why, England? It will provide thousands of diamond cutting jobs for our people. At least 50,000, I would say. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If this
because
place goes down,
that's the job
women
that
will buy
everyone wants.
hundreds of them at a time.
Um,
Blair went on.
Blair went on.
I came to ask what should be announced about the new island raised yesterday. It's Theresa's island.
Said Steve.
Nobody has any right to it. If any ship lands there without her permission, she will destroy the engines.
Oh my god.
The sailor can row a rowboat back home. And if there's any oil there, Theresa bought an office building in New York next to Central Park.
When'd she do that?
Then, who cares? Can't Struthers is setting a business there. If anyone wants to make a deal with on Theresa's island, or just wants to buy the oil, they can contact Jan Struthers. No, I've got Jan Struthers bit. Do twice to make up for the lost Struthers money.
What's that?
He forgot.
I've got-
temporarily forgot the Jan Struthers bit. He apologizes.
So if you could do that like 2 times to make up for it, that would be nice.
Jan Struthers. Jan Struthers.
There we go. Are you happy, Manny?
Thank
She
you.
was brought up again.
Yeah. A girl, Jan.
I know it's not the same as
Well,
voicing
Jan.
her, but
Yeah, sorry.
Her prices? $20 a barrel. She's not greedy. I mean, that could probably be a lot if you like buy a lot of oils, because you need a lot of oils to run a country.
look,
just
there's a
saying.
difference between being greedy and understanding supply and demand.
Yep.
We just Teresa followed on the spectrum. I'm dumb, and I don't know what's supply and demand.
What was that, Raptor?
We just follow on that spectrum because I do not know about supply and demand,
Your mic's going again.
and I'm dumb.
You're
Yeah.
not dumb.
Oh. Okay, but anyway, so where does Theresa fall on that spectrum of greedy or supplying
Well,
the
she
main?
just doesn't get it. Like, the more people need something, the more the price can be up. Well, the more the price can be upped, but if you can get it in abundance, it will cheapen the price.
Well, at least I learned something now. Thank you, Kenzie and
But Bhutan doesn't
Theresa.
understand that. Like, so if, let's say, this island is very, very limited in supplying oil, you would actually need to be charging a lot to break even in order to sell it.
Yes.
Okay. May I announce these plans? You bet. I can't wait to see OPEC's face. OPEC, he's just one guy now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
OPEC's collective face.
It's just the surprise Pikachu face.
And here,
I wouldn't mention Simon business. Israel's enemy might find a way to get around it.
Just assume that's
What?
Steve.
yeah.
Quite right. That was Blair. Right. I think that one Blair now assumed.
Blair now assumed that anguish frowning expression from someone who was about to ask a really big favor.
I was just not understanding emotions, I guess.
Obviously.
I hesitate to make this request. You're already doing so much.
Go ahead.
I said to encourage him.
Prime Minister Shyster points out that when you raise the land bridge to Crete, it will all be mud. It will be impossible to drive and walk through it. Could you raise the bridge soon to give the mud time to dry out and harden?
Sure, I can do it in 3 weeks. Soon enough.
Yes, it will take Israel's enemies much longer to prepare an attack. We detect no preparation.
Won't raising the bridge now tell everybody what's going on, including Israel's enemies? Oh, just pinpoint a group.
Yes, but the benefits outweigh the risks. The Israeli people must be prepared for evacuation if one is necessary. It's not something people can adjust to in one day. Imagine an evacuation is needed and the people panic at the idea. They need time to think about it. Also, the Prime Minister needs to see if the Israelis are willing to move.
They'll need to understand it's leave or die. Pretty much because I'm the only one in charge and you either leave or I'm totally willing to kill you is what I'm saying.
The situation deteriorates to that level. The Israelis will fully discuss the option in all eventuality.
Tell Scherzer it's in 3 weeks.
Prime Minister Blair returned to London and made the announcement about my oil island. Of course, nobody actually knew if there was oil there, but oil company spokesman said it was almost certain there was, or all theories about oil formation would have to be thrown out. It looked very promising. They had never explored the area because it was so inaccessible. period of tension followed. OPEC assembled an emergency meeting of its members. The organization had not set a deadline for its demands. Now it was feared it would start the embargo immediately. 2 days the OPEC leaders met in secret. Then the conference broke up and everybody went home without making an official statement. Gradually, details leaked out. The members feared that if they started an embargo, there would be a mad rush on the part of every oil company in the world to get their drilling equipment up to my island. Then, if there did turn out to be a lot of oil there, I could drop the price to $10 a barrel, and OPEC would be out of business. No, they wouldn't. Their wells were too expensive to drill and maintain at the price and still make a profit. No, at a world market price of $20 a barrel, as I proposed, they could still make a little money. Not enough. When this explanation came out worldwide, esteem for yours truly, Empress Theresa, reached hysterical levels. President Stinson, speaking at a veterans dinner, said, "Go on."
Who's up?
You
Oh,
get
sorry.
to say this line.
All right, let me just take a big ol' drink. Ugh. Teresa is either the smartest woman who ever lived or the luckiest. It is definitely the latter.
Yes.
Wow. I'm so
I'm gonna take another drink for that.
dog. I can't properly right now. I'm so
Let's just get this over with. We're almost done with the chapter.
All right, yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
My dream of early retirement after the rain restoration. You didn't! It was replaced by enough projects to keep a dozen people busy. Wow, a whole dozen.
Ooh.
The next task was to raise the Jewish island. I carved out the needed slab of rock in the ocean bottom, carved the specified mountains from adjacent rock, as well as the small hills Prime Minister Scherzer had drawn on his map, slid the mountains and hills up onto the rock slab, scraped off the numerous small volcanic mountains, and scraped some rock off the center of the slab from the lake's depression. The mountains I'd put on the slab were 20,000 feet tall and stuck up a mile into the air even before I started raising the island. It took a day to move them to the center of the slab. It was a startling sight.
Uh,
Thank you.
Man goes, King Ramses. What was I doing? The world wondered. Then I pushed crushed rock under the slab. This was a dangerous operation due in the middle of the North Atlantic, with Europe on one side and America on the other. I'm sure nothing will happen to you, though. If Hal failed at this time, the island would crash down, causing a deadly tsunami.
How has it not happened already?
Yeah, that. It's so much. It's just not even real, and I hate her so much. To minimize the potential disaster, I raised the slab only 5 feet at a time, filled space with rock before raising it another 5 feet. When the island reached the desired height, I let out a when the island reached the desired height, I let out a sigh of relief. I hoped to never have to do this again on such a large scale. Meanwhile, work was begun to get oil from my island near Antarctica. Jan Struthers told oil companies to go explore the island immediately and financial details can be worked out later. Then give her lines. Within 2 days of this island's rising to the surface,
please.
An ExxonMobil.
Return, Lint Lady.
Yes.
I miss you so much, Lint. Please, just return.
An ExxonMobil service ship set off with exploratory crews and all the basic needs that human beings would need in that primitive place. The ship reached the island in 6 days. 2 helicopters stored on the ship's deck shuttled back and forth from the mooring to the island shore. Vehicles with large tires for traveling over inhospitable terrain were taken to the island by powered rafts. In 24 hours, camp had been set up near the shore. Exploratory teams set out into the island. One of the helicopter's functions was to photograph the land contours to see where oil deposits were most likely. Most likely were. Armed with this information, the exploratory teams drove to the likely sites and set up their equipment. They sank sensitive microphones into the ground. A couple of men 100 yards away set up a dynamite charge. The shockwave traveled into the ground and bounced back up to the microphones, feeding the information into computers. 3 such men studied the computer screen. Reporters recorded the activity. That looks like a velociraptor. Bingo, said one of them. I hit the first time. Let's do the other.
Yeah, I'll do it where. Yep.
Said a second one.
God damn it. This is a hole.
Other exploratory teams were miles away. Miles away, made similar hits. The foreman of the team said, "If the whole island is like this, we have oil for 1,000 years." There's an expression in the rich people's circles. I doubt it. What are you worth on paper? On paper, I was a multi-trillionaire. I was still 18. As for OPEC, Stephen Parker was watching me innocently hand feeding my innocent little chipmunks when Steve told Parker.
Why? The blackmail something out of Theresa. They're guilty of criminal stupidity. It's their fault. They're going to lose every. It is incredible how stupid people are, like the people who hate Empress Theresa. Right today at your local bookstore.
Hot
Really.
kettle.
And with that was chapter 19 of Empress Theresa.
That wasn't as hard as last week, but
that's not saying much.
It did feel like it went on forever.
It really did. Yeah, Kay says she's done just in time. Yeah, that was the end of the chapter. So, no worries there. Yeah, this one was a lot less threatening than the last one. Not at the beginning.
Yes.
That's, God. We have oil for Theresa's 1,000-year break. Doesn't look very scary, more like a 6-foot turkey. Thank you, Mike. And that's when the other 2 raptors you never knew were there. Well, what else do we say about this?
That's what we say about it.
Oh. I can't even think straight right now.
Yeah, Do you want to hear a joke, guys?
Yes, please
I don't know, do I?
do.
69.
69. Funny sex number.
It's funny because it looks like a sexual position. It's the funny sex number, guys.
Yeah.
69. Please follow this. Please follow us, please. Don't let us do this in vain. We need compensation.
Yeah, there, we told a funny joke. Give us money. Uh, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Cameron.
Guys, what'd you think?
Yeah, everyone in the chat, tell us what you thought. I don't want to do stuff. Caitlin says, you want to hear a joke? This book.
Got
Got him.
That is a funny joke.
The more we read, just the more I feel dead inside.
Welcome to my life.
Same. I was once happy and innocent before I read this book. I was so excited to be for the first time because people could finally hear my voice and people could finally see that I was not just like a AI or something. Now it's an actual person, a dinosaur. But now I just feel dead inside. I can no longer feel anything. I'm now like I don't.
Taking the J. Jonah James stands on this Teresa's a menace and she needs to be stopped.
Yep.
So I was very entertained, but my brain hurts. You guys were great. The story was Empress Theresa.
You're right.
No, no, not all right. I'm reading this fucking book.
No, I said you right.
Uh,
As in, we were great.
yes.
It's just that, unfortunately, we were reading Empress Theresa.
But I put it this way, you guys are the only way I can get through this story.
We appreciate it.
I think. Oh. Well, let's end it there because I'm very hungry right now.
Same. Mom was supposed to go to the store and get me some food. But
I'm gonna go lie
she hasn't left
down.
my food. I'm so hungry right now.
So thank you everyone for stopping by. Please like, comment, subscribe. Make a donation to the coffee if you like. Link is in the description. And if not, we will see. Well, I will be on Saturday with Cameron for the World of Warcraft stream. Not sure what we're doing next Wednesday. Probably hot and cold beans, especially since I now have the logo for that. Thanks to the lovely Cricket.
So long as Vince doesn't force us to keep reading Tiki Toby's sister.
I mean, I do want to get back to hot and cold next week because I don't want to be off that for too long.
Yeah, I know. He didn't say when we would do that again, so.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we'll be back next Thursday for. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. It's great talking to y'all, and I'm sure I'll talk to y'all in the Discord again anyway. We'll see you next time. Same bean time, same bean channel.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.